deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me. Thank you.
Hey, it's Bunny, and I wanted to come on here um to just thank y'all for um supporting me and showing me so much love. Um I've gotten monetized and it happened so fast. I remember starting and thinking like, oh my God, people want to watch me. Like even when I had my little like AI voice and people really loved it, and I was just like, oh my God, people actually like me. Oh my God, people actually like my content. Um and I had a lot of doubts with the AI voice and thinking I wouldn't grow as much with an AI voice, but I made it work for me to the point, not to toot my own horn, but the girlies, the little trolls, are making videos in my like previous style of video, right? And like I made like a little niche, I guess. Yeah, I'm just so grateful, firstly, to you. Thank you so much for creating this space and encouraging all of us to make YouTube channels. Um, Thank you to Cafe Olay. Like she is such an amazing content creator. Love her so much. Literally when that whole thing happened, right? And people were trying to come for her, I was literally like, no, we ride at dawn. We ride at dawn. Yeah, love her. Thank you so much for your support. She's been like so supportive to me, right? Always sharing my stuff, always like tagging me. And when that whole thing happened, right? And people were trying to come for her, I was literally like, no, we ride at dawn. We ride at dawn. Yeah, love her. Thank you so much for your support. She's been like so supportive to me, right? Always sharing my stuff, always like tagging me and things like that. Thank you so much to Exotical Epiphany, things like that. Thank you so much to Exotical Epiphany, shouting me out and supporting me as well. For Rosaline, yes. Thank you so much, my fellow darker skin Exotical. She's so supportive, so sweet. Part of my growth, literally, like this last leg of like leading up to being monetized is because of her. Like literally, I thank her so much. Thank you so much. Um, if I'm missing anyone, like oh my God, Exotical Sauce, yeah, she supports me too. Thank you so much for supporting me, love. Um, oh my God, I'm gonna butcher her name. Yamina. She wears hot pink. Yeah. Love you, girl. Love you. I love all of you. All the exotical creators. Literally, like, thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone who supported me. I'm so sorry if I like forgot your name. I literally just started recording because I said to myself, like, if I don't record right now, I'm not gonna get it out. Literally. Um, But yeah, thank you so much. But most of all, thank you so much to my subscribers who, who keep watching my stuff, who keep interacting with me and supporting and like literally being so sweet and understanding about me not uploading sometimes. And, just the love and the support has just been so overwhelming, and I'm a little bit emotional. I might cry, but I'll try not to, right? Um, but I also want to thank my haters because I couldn't have done it without y'all too. Thank you so much for lurking. Thank you so much for commenting. All the comments, all the accusations. I love it so much. I'm so grateful for everyone who like supported me and helped me and things like that, right? Um, yeah, I just wanted to talk about what you can expect from my channel and I guess my goals for this channel, I guess now. I got so first of all, I've been approved for the YouTuber program partnership, right? And we now have membership tiers, right? Um, okay, so let's get the boring stuff out of the way because like we'll have a talk after, but I'll just like do this first because like I feel like I don't know, it's like an incentive to like sign up, I guess. Yeah, if you want to, like literally do not sign up unless you like you want to and you feel like it. I'm never going to like push people like you should subscribe to you should be a member and pay me money. Yeah, like it's fine. But for the people who want to, literally, yeah. I think I'll put a timestamp in the comments if you don't want to like well, I'll probably not do that. That's a bit much. But yeah. So we have Lil Bunny. That's like the first tier, I think. And so that's $2.99. So that includes loyalty badges, emojis, early access to new videos, and members only polls. Um, Big Bunny is tier two, and that's $3.99. And that includes perks from the previous level. So the loyalty badges, emojis, early access to new videos, member only polls, and the second tier includes members only shorts, member shout outs. So like I'll say your name and things like that, right? And you can see like previews of like content that I'm making. Yeah. And then we have the third tier, Bad Bunny. And yeah, that's $6.99. And that includes all the other stuff from the first and second tiers and members only videos. So like special videos, like if I upload them, you know, a lot of like hatred and just trolls and stuff like that. I don't really care much about that, but like it might be nice to just have people not try and misdirect like the conversation. So yeah. So I want to show y'all um okay, the special features. I can highlight members if you have so if I have 8 or more members, I can show their profile pictures on my channel page. I can thank members, again, 8 or more members. I can show your profile picture in a section under my video. Um and I can also give members special chats. You know, they can send highlighted messages during a live chat each month. Y'all can do that. And I can also gift memberships. So the gift a Big Bunny membership, right? And moving on, the emojis, right? So I made my little custom ones because I was just like, yeah, the ones that YouTube does, I was just like, those are, I don't know, they would have been boring. So I have the bad bee emoji, you know. So Patrick Star with the nails and the lashes, yeah. And then I have, so I don't know when you could use that. Maybe you're just feeling like, oh, you know, we're cute. Like that's the emoji, I guess. And then I have the second one, which is Brittany Renner and Kevin Gates, my two problematic faves, right? I'm gonna make a whole video about my problematic faves. Yeah, I don't. I just like the trolling that they do is so funny. I love it so much. So I named that one trolling. So, you know, when you want to call out somebody's trolling or you're just you want to make like a little trolly comment and you know, you can use that, right? And I used, of course, exotical Megan the Stallion, right? Yeah. And I named that exotical tags. Well, exotic tags because like YouTube did not like they have a limit of characters you can use, and I was like, oh my God, really? But yeah, that's for if you want to say, exotical tags and hear a little story. Yeah. And then I have the one girl by, right? Yeah. I thought it would be funny to have that when you're wanting to call out like bullshit and stuff like that. That would be fun. Okay, moving on to my custom badges. So, my custom badges, if you're a new member, you get the little heels with the bows and stuff like that. And after the first month, you get like a little right, white bunny, right? And after 2 months, you get a little brown bunny, with a little bow. Of course, they all have bows, of course, right? And then after 6 months, you're kind of settled in, you're relaxing. After 12 months, you get the little bunny. This is my favorite one, right? Where you have the little flower, and you're just looking off and you know? And then after 24 months, you get my Winky Bunny with the bow. After 36 months, you get the bow. Like I thought, I got this theme that you're like, you're inside now. Like you're inside the house. You come over for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, And the one after 48 months is a big bow. Of course, a brown bunny. Of course, after 60 months is the, surprise bunny. You're still here? Oh my God, thank you. Yeah. So, okay. So, let's get into the Yap Sash. Yeah. So, um, I thought about like what y'all could just expect from my channel. And of course, it's the usual content, exposing, deep dives. If you want to see, I think I might do. Maybe I don't want to hide it behind like a membership paywall though. It depends on if I think one of these ones are like really, I don't know, really dramatic or something like that. I could put it behind like the membership one or like something like that, right? Um, or if it's just like really extensive research, I can put it behind that one. But yeah, more deep dives, more roasting content, more, my usual stuff, right? Um, but I also wanted to talk about, right, my goals for like this channel and stuff like that. And not c- clean up like misconceptions and things like that because I've come to understand that like not everybody is going to understand me. Not everybody is going to look at my content and think, "Oh yeah, I totally get her." People think I'm a bitch, and that's okay. Um, some people think that I'm, a colorist and things like that, and that's totally fine. These words, it's sad, but like the words that people use, like colorist and racist and things like that, and texturist, it's kind of lost meaning to me. Um, because it's been like misused and kind of like really overused, right? And it just kind of feels like y'all just use that word whenever you don't disagree with someone. Like Exotical Sauce's new video, right? And she was shout out to her. Like there was this nurse practitioner, right? He was calling out like, ghetto nurses who have like the really long nails, right? And lashes and full face like party makeup and stuff like that. And was calling them out and said, that's ghetto and it's horrible and infection control and things like that. And I completely understood what she was saying because like my mother is a nurse and so like she's always serious about like when I used to practice nails, she'd be like, don't make them long because infection control and it's not professional and things like that, right? So I completely understood what she was saying. I saw nothing wrong. But y'all, they called her this biracial, like biracial attacks, black women, da da da, right? And all these black women are like mad at her. And I was literally like, y'all, she didn't even say black women. You see how you're like so offended, right? That you've now put yourself in the category of ghetto, right? That's why when anyone says anything is ghetto, they automatically bring it to, oh, you're talking about black people. No, anything can be ghetto, but I understand the association and how it's been used. I just don't want to write off people as being like, oh yeah, you're just saying it because da da da, right? But at the same time, y'all are overusing words because she never even mentioned a race. She said ghetto. Ghetto is a behavior, it's not a race, right? And they don't understand how calling out the people who are talking about things and just branding them as these words is kind of discounting the words that you're using. You're playing down things like colorism and stuff like that. And I've seen such a shift in the way we talk about colorism now, the way unambiguous Black people talk about colorism now and texturism and all this stuff, and seeing Lovely T, somebody who was like really into it, and so many content creators who, you know, a few years ago, like 5 years ago, right, were all for calling people, texturists and colorists and things like that. I was watching Choice TV's new upload about his unpopular opinions that he no longer like stands behind, and he's talking about Queen Naija and like Queen and Clarence, right? Queen from, yeah, and how he called her a complete colorist years ago, right? And he said, no, I think she's really just stupid, right? I think that was just stupid for her to say, but like y'all told me, um, he said how light-skinned women were telling him like, oh no, I was really bullied and this really happened and stuff like that. And I feel like our voices and, especially lighter skinned women's voices and mixed women, things like that, right? We're all being like heard now. And it's the shift. Like people are getting tired of like jumping to an ism, right? Because it's not convenient anymore. It's not lucrative anymore. And they can see how they're lying, how they're, you know, over like overdoing it. Like you're not really telling the truth, right? Because you instantly see a lighter skinned person or a mixed person and you feel like, oh no, they're the villain and things like that because of your traumas as a child or whatever, or stereotypes, right? And the shift has been really crazy. Like it's so weird because years ago, these are the same people who would have called anybody a colorist for anything. And it's so wild, right? And it makes me happy, but at the same time, it makes me sad for all the people who were, I don't know, just branded as colorist and like being treated as if they were like these horrible people because they said, imagine, you know, so what Queen Nine just said, right? It was always the, black girl, nappy headed black girls, right? Um, bullying me, right? So this is something, I feel like another, if it was a dark skinned black woman, right? And an unambiguous black woman who said this, I don't feel like there would even be a conversation about it. I really don't, because I've heard so many unambiguous dark skinned black women say things far worse. Like y'all, this is why sometimes I feel like I'm desensitized to it because like this is not like the worst. It's still bad, and I don't agree with her saying like calling them nappy headed because y'all know I don't like that type of language, right? But I feel like you don't have to throw out the baby with the bathwater, like focus on what she's saying, which is what that she was bullied, right? And nobody wants to listen to that narrative. Nobody wants to listen to that. But now they're realizing, oh no, these people, were not actually lying. There actually might be some truth in it, and they know there's some truth in it, which is why they're now like spinning back and, retracting their statements and things like that, right? I feel like people are really fed up. And what I was gonna say is, I just, my goals for this channel, right, is not like people would assume that like my goals for this channel is to bully, unambiguous black women and, because I hate black people or anything like that. No, it's not even to, I don't know, like, I want the girls to have some self-esteem. I want girls everywhere. I want people in general to have self-esteem, but especially women, right? And I want unambiguous black women to realize how crazy they sound when they're making these accusations that are baseless. I want them to realize how much of this trauma, how much of this, finger pointing should really be done. They should be pointing the finger at themselves, their own community, their own families, and things like that, and stop pointing at MLS people who y'all said nobody's light skinned, nobody's mixed, everybody's mixed. So who is the perpetrators? Who are the perpetrators? You can't keep pointing at light skinned women, at mixed women, at black men all your life, at white men, but you're still trying to, procreate with them and get their money and all this stuff and pasta and lobster. It's like you can't keep pointing the finger at people who are not the perpetrators, right? On a major scale, on a day-to-day basis, right? Because on a day-to-day basis, on people that I've seen and met and all of these things, it's mostly unambiguous dark-skinned black people who are perpetrators of colors and of texturism and all of that stuff, right? And of course there's outliers and da da da, but from my experience, I think it's socially like unpopular for an MLS person to say anything even perceived as colorist or texturist. Like take um Tysonat's girlfriend. Like she's being dragged still. And she didn't even say anything colorist. She agreed with the man. She was like, oh, that's good. But that still wasn't enough for them because they want you to kneel. They want you to grovel for them. I think that's disgusting. I don't agree with having to grovel to anybody based on skin tone, race, anything like that, right? I don't like the same way I didn't like how that woman was like saying that her hair texture is better because she has curly hair and making fun of light-skinned Nina Simone. Um, I didn't like that. And I have more of an inclination to, I would have had more of an inclination to side with her, right? Because our phenotypes are similar. She looks like somebody who could be my sister, who could be my cousin. We look visually pretty similar to an extent, right? Our phenotypes are similar. So I would have had a more of an inclination to side with her. But at the same time, I'm not a texturist. I don't like texturism. I don't like that type of rhetoric of I'm better because of my hair, I'm better because of my skin, wherever, which way it goes. I don't care, right? I think it's disgusting. I think all people are beautiful. I think there's so much diversity and looks and things like that. And I just think that's all so pretty and beautiful. And it would be so boring if we all look the same. I've been like so annoyed with the past few years of everybody wanting to look exactly the same, right? And like, I want people to have self-esteem and stop blaming people who have MLS people who for so long, right, have been told to shut up and just take it. To shut up and, none of your abuse happened. the pedophile in your family that was grooming you because of your skin tone, because of your hair, because of your phenotype. Oh no, it didn't happen. No, no, you just think you're better because you're light skinned. No, you're not gonna sit here and lie. You're not gonna sit here and downplay people's stories and things like that. You're not going to sit here and start saying that, oh, we only got here because of this and da da da, and you're only on a pedestal and stuff like that because of your skin tone and because your hair and da da da. When you put us on that pedestal and now you want to kick us off, now you want to cry and do all of this. No, 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 no. You could have had a pedestal. You could still have a pedestal if only you got some self esteem. If only you started focusing on yourself. I want the girls to focus on themselves, on their lives, on their futures and what they're doing and on their, especially their phenotype. I'm tired of seeing so many promising young, dark skinned, unambiguous Black women specifically. Focus on us and what our hair types and our phenotype and skin tone, and just obsess over it in a really sick way, in a fetishizing way, if we're being so real, and get so upset and miss out on their blessings, on their beauty and all of that, because I feel like she has it better than me. I'm so focused on what she has, I don't even see what I have. And I think that's sad. I think that's so heartbreaking and it makes me emotional, right? Because in a way, I feel like the young girls, they don't know any better. The girls that are my age and, younger, they don't know any better because they've been socialized as that. They've been fed it by the older women, right? That's why I have more smoke for the older women, because these are the same women who are grooming women like me and women like these younger women, right? Even younger than me, starting at what, if age 14, you know, that you are gonna live a miserable life because of your skin tone, because you're darker. That's not true. It's absolutely not true. And I wish we stopped reinforcing that. I'm so glad so many women are now fighting back and saying, no, my life is not harder because I'm darker skinned. My life and my beauty is not discounted because of me being unambiguous, right? And yeah, I don't know. I just want the girls to have some self esteem and focus on their lives and all of that. And just chill, chill out. Like, oh my God, it's weird. I just don't like the fetishization and the obsession and stuff like that. It's, yeah. Hmm. But yeah, I think that's it for today's video. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and if you want to become a member, yeah. You can also, I forgot to say, you can like, if you're a member, you'll get like more priority over videos that I make and things like that. I might make like, I don't know, I might make a Discord or something like that, but yeah, and merch and stuff. I'm so excited to like do merch. I think it would be so fun. I think it would be so fun, right? Yeah. Um yeah, and once again, thank you so much for the support. I can't wait to like grow more and provide more content. And yeah, I'm so busy today and I'm literally rushing to do everything. So like um I don't I might not upload another video today, right? But um probably tomorrow and just like stuff like that. Yeah, but thank you so much. I love y'all so 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 much. I'm so grateful. I can't stress that enough. I'm so grateful to everybody who supported me. In what way, whether you were a sweetheart who was like cheering me on, or you were booing me in the comments, thank you so, so, so much. I love y'all as always. See y'all next time. Bye. Mwah.